Okay. Test, test, test. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hello, hello. Okay. Test, test, test. 1 2. That works. Yo, we in it. Yo. Okay. Let me make sure the title's all good. The title should be a little messed up right now. Full clear damageless? No, 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 no. Let me just make sure everything looks good. That should be good. And definitely Discord. Yeah. Still going. Okay, cool. So hello, what's up? My name is Lv99Weeb. I play Cuphead. I once had a world record in what we used to call glitchless, what we now call full clear current patch. This game is separated into two categories, legacy and current patch, with current patch being basically a more fixed version of the game, and that's what I'm running today. So I hope you guys are chilling. Thank you so much for everything we've gotten so far. We've already hit our goal, which is incredible, amazing. I guess it's kind of laid back. We're talking to chat and stuff. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask away. I can basically answer anything. Just let me know, and I will get started as soon as possible, and it should be good now.
Off here, we have a $5 donation from Mal Balboa saying, looks like the Weeb DQ has finally opened for today. Here's my initial investment for the keys. Thank you so much, man.
Yo, thanks, Mal. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, dude. Okay, cool. So we're ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're skipping pretty much the opening banger, basically telling the story of Cuphead. For those of you who don't know, Cuphead's a pretty difficult game. A lot of people have a lot of trouble with this game. Super fun. I always suggest people give it a try. The team at MDHR is so good. They work so hard. So the story is you are Cuphead. You and your brother go visit a casino in hell run by the devil. The devil loves gambling. You go on a hot streak in craps, and you take him for actually all of his money. All of it. And so the devil gets kind of upset. He goes, okay, he's doing great. What if we raise the stakes? Those stakes being your soul. So of course, Cuphead on a hot streak goes for it. Signs his soul off, and of course loses instantly. The rest of the game is now you make a deal with the devil, saying, hey, don't take my soul. Instead, what if we help you get the souls of other people who owe you? And the devil's like, you know what? Yeah, what a fantastic idea. So that's what we're doing right now. But this specific level called Forest Folly is the first level of the game. The first thing you ever see, which kind of sets the difficulty precedent for Cuphead. It's probably one of the hardest things. It's called the run and gun. We're trying to get all these coins in this level because we need some better guns. Like this pea shooter isn't gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it. We're gonna make quick work of that. Basically, most of these are end up you just spam dash. There's nothing really nothing insane to do in glitches category. The devil owns it. The devil technically owns me now. Yes, Mom. Now we're going up to my favorite level called Tree Trop Trouble. Devil owns their souls, man. Like I said, simply for the music alone, you gotta check this game out. It is a real treat for all the senses, man. So all these enemies on screen, everything hurts you, everything does damage. One thing to note, pink enemies, anything that's pink, you can parry it, like that right there. If you hit your jump button midair, you perform a parry animation in which your straw comes out. And you can use this to basically charge your super meter and use different EX moves or your super, much akin to Street Fighter. Okay, right here we're gonna skip this final mini boss. Okay, do not dash past that leaf, just run up, jump, dash over. Also, to celebrate Cuphead, hope you guys have like a cup of coffee or something. That's what I usually do. Alright, cool. Got all the coins, now we're gonna buy our items for the run. We basically buy 3 sets of items. The first set being the most important. Second set, not really that much. We're gonna be kind of safe during this. We're not gonna push anything. We're not gonna go for grab a cock, dude. Please, side, please. We're gonna get spread. Lobber doesn't really matter, and charge. Spread and charge are the 2 most important weapons. Spread being the highest DPS, but very location based. And then charge being basically your go-to weapon all the time. First boss being Root Pack, easiest boss in the game. Usually what I suggest for beginners to Cuphead, always start with this guy. Yeah, usually, in most bosses, your goal is to get as close as possible while being safe, and use this red weapon spread, do as much damage as possible. So when you're waiting in between phases, charge up the charge shot. And then, if you can, aim with spread, do as much damage. When you have enough meter for a super, switch to charge, do the super. So back in the day when we first started running this game, the community was kind of divided because we figured out a glitch called menu glitch. You could perform the whole level done in the menu. And if you would exit out when you got the final hit, it would skip the results screen, and it ended up saving 3 minutes. And it kind of put a big divide in it, but eventually we kind of just dropped it. Everyone just kind of said, you know what, maybe that isn't the best idea. Everyone kind of wanted to keep the integrity of the game. I think everybody's like really into just the whole aesthetic and how everything looks, and we kind of wanted to do MBHR right when showing off the game. These guys, Froggy and Croaks, for the most part, when you're looking at actual runs, they are RNG killers. These first 2 phases, pretty standard. Nothing's really going to change much about them. Third phase, though, they become a slot machine, and that slot machine is the worst. The absolute worst. Yo, what's up, Trey? So right here, it's completely invulnerable to damage. We have to hit the arm. Okay. This is one of 3 phases in which he's going to spawn these things that either shoot up or down. This is probably the second worst thing you could ask for, just because it's very hard to get close to him. The best being green snakes, the worst being yellow tigers. Oh, of course, the worst, yellow tigers. This one's pretty tough to get close while also not getting hit. Good old marathon luck. I have the worst, like, hey, well, there's green. I'm glad we got to see everything. Green shooting at that one platform, of course, I only needed one more hit. But it goes against the bottom. You can just jump over it. It's pretty good. Next, coming up, we're going to what is called the Mausoleum, in which we're going to show off the upcoming new character for the game, for the new DLC, Delicious Last Course, so aptly named. Miss Chalice. Right now she's a ghost though, and we have to protect her chalice from being attacked by other ghosts, using nothing but the parry mechanic. Nothing else does damage to them. They don't hurt you. Also, if you do happen to fail these levels, it does not count as a death. We must protect her so she can come out and be the ultimate waifu for the DLC. We don't know exactly when it's gonna drop, but man, am I looking forward to that. So yeah, I just always charge shot just because my fingers kind of deadlocked after running this game for, you know, a million years. One important thing to note, I do not release charge manually. Every time you dash, you release it, so that's gonna come in handy a lot later on. Will you be attempting to run the DLC as well? Whenever it comes out, I am going to basically no-life the DLC. I'm going to play it so much. So the DLC is coming along with a new isle, new bosses, new items, new charms, new weapons, and probably what I assume, which nobody really talks about, new music. She's so happy we saved her, blah blah blah. She gives us a power, she gives us our first super. We're not going to use it though, unfortunately, in this run. She gives you a giant laser beam, comparable to a Kamehameha wave from Dragon Ball Z, but like I said, we're not going to use it at all. We're just going to skip it. It wastes too much time, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not. We're going to Goopy. Goopy is another, it's like a really easy boss, but he has some really wonky hitboxes that I don't know if they're too aware of. He has a giant invisible hitbox behind him, and every now and then he'll turn around and just hit you out of nowhere.
Don't mean to interrupt, but we have a $5 donation from Marin saying, always happy to help Twitch thousands come together for a great cause. Fantastic job so far, guys. Thanks so much.
Yo, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm so happy we've already come as far in this charity marathon and charity event as we have. It's gonna be really interesting at the end of the whole thing what we ended up getting to. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. So thank you guys so much for everything already. Okay. Okay, this guy you do not have to talk to. Right here, we're getting the aeroplane, and it's gonna help out with about 6 levels, 6 total levels. Boo Vikings, go Bears. Listen, Bolton, I don't want to get into this right now. There's 6 levels, which change the movement scheme, in which it turns basically into just a bullet hell only type experience, kind of like an Ikaruga. So yeah, I bet you have full control over. There's no gravity to hold you down. Full range of movement. These levels end up being my favorite levels of all time. And probably some of the levels I'm the best at. Right there, I usually cut it pretty close when it comes to the Taurus. Okay, basically you're just going in different kind of circles, running away from these stars, dodging her ha-has, trying to collect the pink guys. All little pink bullets. You don't want to get full super just yet. It's kind of vulnerable right here. Just wait and right there, fire off a bullet so you get max damage. She's now going to shoot off these little stars and UFOs. UFOs, the red ones, you dash forward. Yellow ones, you hold back. Make sure you don't get caught in it. Unfortunately, those laser beams do block bullets, which is kind of awful, but that was pretty good. Pretty good. Unfortunately, I did take a hit. It's kind of sad about that. I didn't A+ that. Kind of sad about it, but we'll be fine. Okay, the next one, Cagney Carnation. Cagney Carnation ended up being one of the more popular bosses in the game. A lot of different people have done a lot of fan art of him. His song is very unique. Probably one of my favorites of all time. At one point when they first made this new patch, they broke him, and on expert mode he was sped up by about 400%, and he was stuck in one attack and he wouldn't do anything else, and it made it almost impossible to do runs because he was so difficult. They ended up actually stealth fixing him. Everybody else assumed he was just hard, but we were like, no, this isn't fair. This is not right. Yeah, we just skipped the first two phases. Waiting for this last one. We can no longer touch the ground, having to balance on these platforms. Basically, just waiting to make sure he doesn't try to sneak one past me. And yeah, this boss is kind of hard, but we made short work of him. But it's really funny. I've been on my stream. I've been practicing doing this all damageless, and I've been getting kind of far. And so now just a normal difficult, man, you destroy it. It's so easy now. Okay, we're gonna go down past this axe guy and get that coin. We skipped it earlier because you actually cannot get it before you kill all the bosses in Aisle 1. The axe guy is actually blocking it. Now with all 3 coins, we move on to Area 2. This is a wonderful, wonderful song. But we're gonna skip the entire thing, so sorry. We're gonna skip that, basically saying, hey, we're out of here. No big deal. Okay, this boss, the Baroness von Bonbon, it's pretty tough. Pretty tough. She's gonna send out minions. There's 4 minions, and we can get one, bunch of different combinations. You're looking for everybody in no particular order, aside from the Jawbreakers. The Jawbreakers being the worst one. Cupcake's alright. He's gonna go down without a hitch. Waffle's not bad either. Now she's gonna start showing those little green bean dudes down there. This is the one we did not want. So now, a new mechanic we're gonna be working on is some bosses you can stand on top of, and when you can clip through their hitbox, you're gonna want to be on spread and use that EX move that is actually stronger. Unfortunately, the giant peppermint did not spawn. Usually I use that to get 4 bounces, which you need for a coin later. Okay, so this canteen guy, talk to him. He gives you bombs, which is super important for a couple bosses. For the most part, I still mostly just use the bullets. I like bullets a whole lot better. I don't like the travel arc that bombs have, and you'll see it. It's kind of like a lob shot, but they'll come in handy during Woolly Warbles. With Explorer when? I don't know about that. This guy's name is Jimmy. He's something. He's actually one of my favorite bosses. His music track being an actual unique one. This first phase, he shoots out a bunch of stuff. He either has gems, cats, and or swords. That'll try and hit you. This phase, super easy, just a bunch of pillars. Your goal is to shoot all these faces. The more faces you hit, the more damage you do. We're still dodging all these axes. This is also, if you haven't warmed up for the day, this is the easiest point, or easiest spot point when you start hitting damage. Okay, sarcophagus. Super easy. He goes up and down. Ghosts spawn randomly, and then he'll shoot stuff out of his eyes. Your goal is to super with the plane, which when you have 5 cards, you turn into a giant bomb. And that's basically, when you're in an airplane, that's always the goal, is to be a giant bomb and do as much damage as possible. So there's a lot of attacks going out right now, just basically nothing you can really do except for just be careful, you know? Let's see, oh, it's gonna go off screen, perfect. So that's good, there's not an extra wave of bullets I have to dodge. Illuminati guys, gonna be no big deal. You go right through them. That's it. Is that perfect? Is that an A+? I think it's an A+. No, it's a match. Ooh, that's perfect. Perfect score. Look at that. Look at that. You know, you'd think playing this game perfectly for so long would rub off on you. You'd think it wouldn't surprise me. So this next guy is called Beppy. Beppy the Clown. Beppy the Clown, in the base version of the game, it's pretty much when one of the first major skips happens, in which you can stack his phases together and skip this entire fight. We don't do that in current patch. We just beat him up the old-fashioned way. Oh, Michael. What's up? Alright. He's gonna go away. He's now gonna spawn. His hitbox is gonna be on the top of the screen. He's gonna shoot out stuff. Don't go too far left or right. Up top. So so green horse is really good. With the green horse, we can one cycle it. Yellow horse doesn't last for as long. So it's just a huge time loss. Not a huge, but. Enough in this game. In this game, everything adds up. Basically, if you die, your run's dead. But you're on the verge of RNG manipulation at all times. It's just always there to strike you down. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. No matter how fast you react, it's just gonna give you bad cycles. Yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about hitting the... If you need some safety, you can hit the enemies there. Didn't need it. Didn't get hit. Not worried about it. Yeah, so in Legacy, there's a glitch called Weapon Swap, where you're shooting both your weapons at once to do more damage than physically possible. In this game, we can't do that, so it's a whole lot of reaction based, which I suggest if you ever want to get into speedrunning, this is always a good game. Always make sure, hey, do whatever you can to have fun, but this is a really good way to start. What got you to run this game? I got into run this game simply because I had heard about this game for years. Different Facebook videos and Twitter stuff. Hey, yo, look at this game people are making. It's like old 1940s cartoons. And so I knew back then I wanted to just play it, right? And so the game came out and I had it for a week, and I did whatever I could to beat it as fast as possible, because how I decided to speedrun is first you just have to play it. That's the most important thing. Just play it, see how it feels. And the movement in this game is very responsive. Everything you do feels really good. Every command comes out with a bang. Every single animation is perfect. And within playing it for a minute, I knew it was like, this is the game I wanted to spend my time on. I have almost 900 hours in this game, and every now and then I get tired of it, but it's still so good, dude. It's really a joy to play, and I always come back to it when I'm super stressed out or, you know, I need to go back to my roots. Damn it, I took it. Yeah, okay, so that level damage is kind of iffy because it's RNG. You just dodge through it. It's the easiest run and gun. There's nothing to do. It's totally brain dead. So
This match will get red hot.
this guy's really tough. Grim, the dragon, Grim Matchstick. He's this is really tough because this is where the environment starts coming into play for Cuphead. Most levels from here on out, basically the area in which you have to stand on is going to be a huge hazard. So right now, I have to look at what clouds are coming out while it's shooting me away from the boss. And he's going to switch sides. So now I have to make sure while I'm going towards, I have to stay away. So if I get too close, I will indeed take a damage. The amount of fire that jumps at you, totally random. We actually got a really good one, so I'm super happy about that. This is kind of tough. For the most part, you're never going to want to come in here with Charge Shot. It's super dangerous. If you hit those guys, these fireballs, straight on, they break. That's really funny because I had nowhere to actually go on that. Wow. Cool. That went out. No big deal. No big deal. Almost died, didn't. So yeah, perfect example of RNG can just mess you up in this game. There's nothing you can do sometimes, but you have to do your best to get over it. That will not be the last time you see me at 1 health. Definitely won't be the last time. Oh, Jesus, please. It's man, it's great. I love it. Okay, now you go behind this mountain. There is a shortcut. We're gonna skip all this. I tried to get it perfect on the SAT. I don't even remember when I got on the SAT. I think because I knew I was gonna go to school close to my hometown, so I think I fell asleep during my English SAT, and I don't even know what I got. I just said, hey, it's good enough. So this guy's tough. He's a super run killer. If you don't really understand his patterns, you're just gonna. Oof. Baited me into that pink. Try to take a damage. This game absolutely knows where it's putting you, and it will do everything it can to just hurt you. I truly, truly believe it. That's encoded to just go, you know, he needs to take a damage now. You're gonna save it to the last second. Go in, hit him with a super bomb. Collect his laser beam. Get as much damage in between these eggs because bullets do not go through them. Be careful, he is a hitbox when he's crying. He'll destroy you. This is where we first need those bombs because it's really hard to get on this guy. And he's moving right to left. Eventually he will go too far left and you can't do damage if you don't have bombs. He's not gonna make it over there this time. Yeah, airplane levels are definitely my best levels, for sure. Absolutely. Okay, next we got another run and gun. This one's kind of tough. During this run and gun, we need to get 4 parries in a row without touching the ground in order to get a coin. Like I said, these coins are super important.
And begin.
As opposed to, on top of all the coins in this level. Perfect. Okay, and that's it. Now let's just go into the level as intended. Full clear is just 100%? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the category now is called 100%, or is called full clear. But yeah, it's just 100%. When I put them in my stream titles, I like to say it just because some people don't know the speedrunning names for it, which is why I prefer to 100%. So people who might be looking for, you know, tips or something, they can go on. See what the goal is. We will be doing everything full clear and 100%, meaning we go to every stage, we fight every boss, we get every item and every coin, including all the mini bosses in the King Dice fight. Usually, you just fight 3 bosses and then King Dice himself. But in this version, or in this category, excuse me, we will be doing all 9 back to back to back. Damage is past the giant hot dog if you have the health to spare. We do, so we're out of here. That's pretty good. That was pretty good. Okay, now we're gonna go to our first item shop, or second item shop, excuse me. After we talk to this lollipop girl. She gives us a coin for going behind the mountain. You go in the shop. The world record run, you buy everything up to the whetstone. But we won't be using any of that. We're pretty safe in this run. We're not gonna push it. The whetstone makes your parry an attack, meaning you have to touch them. Your hitbox has to touch their hitbox. Kind of dangerous, so we're not gonna mess with that at all. We are gonna go to Mausoleum 2. We're gonna get the second super.
Now go.
And go from there. And this is, once again, one of 3, this being the second one. Difficulty scales. The second one is finally, gets to where it can be tricky. Third one is completely brutal. It is a run killer. Anything can happen on the third one. Sometimes it can just spawn ghosts in a way you can't even hit them all. This one's very manageable. But there's definitely been times where I've died on this one. So we are now halfway through the run. We have big ol' aisle 3. Aisle 3 takes a while. With the last aisle 4, about 15 minutes. You just have to talk to this juggling guy. Have all the coins, so we have everything going up into aisle 3. Go through. The devil is seen for the first time in this next cutscene, saying, hey, they're getting pretty close, they're doing their stuff, and King Dice he gets a little annoyed. Because the devil's like, oh, these guys are great, and the devil actually wants to recruit you. The devil isn't against you at the beginning. He kind of just wants you to be his right-hand man, and King Dice actually gets mad at you for that. At the end of the game, the devil fight actually begins with him asking you a question saying, do you want to join him? And you can actually decide to join the devil, and if you do, you get a secret ending. I suggest you don't do that. That's usually how any percent category ends, if you're making a deal with the devil. But I assure you, our goal is to not. Yeah, she does 2 attacks right here. She conjures 2 different shapes. One which shoots stuff, the other does not shoot anything. And then there's this one where she just stands in the middle of the screen. Spits out bullets. Travel the snake pattern up. So this is another one, a really good example of the environment being your biggest hazard. All these platforms are RNG. I have no idea how they're gonna appear. And that's just gonna be at the bottom of the screen, meaning I do have to hold my gun at an angle, which makes it kind of difficult. Backward song is so creepy. It's so scary. Devil just likes to collect cups. What if he does, dude? What if he does? The devil. Oh, God, I love how the devil looks in this game. I don't know what cartoon it reminds you of, but he has such a good look to it. How you doing, Skillet? Skillet with a wonderful run, killing the normies, as you like to say. Thank you so much for that, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for leading the way with Corey Feldman. We're gonna put on extra heart just to be safe. That game's something, huh? The normies weren't ready for court. They were not. That game was something, man. So this level, I'm notorious for beating with 1 health. I take enough damage where I'm only left with 1 attack that I can take. Hopefully we do much better today. This is an auto-scroller. This level has 2 auto-scrollers in it. I don't know what it is, but aisle 3 that's all it is. Timing's a little bit off for my charge. Just gonna wait. There is a coin we have to get. That's the one. Parry above that, so you can jump. If you do touch it, you take a damage. Super not good. It is kind of finicky with where you have to place yourself. Don't go too close. The hitbox actually extends a little bit outward, and that's the place where you want to go. This one, so you can pull and advance through this auto scroller. We're not really going to until it's too late. I didn't turn all of my invincibilities on. I want to make sure I don't mess it up. These flames are the worst. They cannot die. There we go. Do you think the baby dragons in this level are the babies of the dragons you murdered? Yes, I actually do. They do look very similar. British dub is the first one you played. There's different dubs of that game. Oh my goodness. Jeez. I don't even want to think about that. Okay. This is widely considered the hardest boss in Legacy. He got nerfed. He got hard nerfed in the current version of the game. His third phase, spawning a bunch of pink orbs and being super.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I do believe we have 2 donations that we may have forgotten to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. We have one $5 donation from Marin. Message goes, always happy to help Twitch pals who come together for a great cause. Fantastic job, guys. More or less, sorry. Waking up. And one more from Majora, $5 as well. Saving the children by making Mark's hair rainbow. Couldn't think of a better way to spend my day. Thanks again for those donations.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. This cause is very close to my heart. My favorite charity in college was always St. Jude's. Always loved helping out with them. Really glad we're able to do. Basically that anyone will give anything. Charity's also, it's always so fun. See how much we can, you know, give from the kindness of our hearts and see everybody come together for causes. So this guy is just a bunch of dodging. Back with popcorn? Yeah, what kind of popcorn? There's one more full airplane level, and then there's an airplane mini boss. But that's the hardest one. Movie theater butter microwave. That sounds so good. That sounds so good. I hope everybody else has their popcorn ready to go. Popcorn being, I think, like a top 10 Twitch snack, dude. Number one being pizza, of course, but I think popcorn's up there. This song, very underrated, by the way. Also, this character at this level. People sleep on Sally's stage play for no reason. Probably one of the easily best design levels in the game. She's down phase 2. She's gonna jump around, doll sim style. Babies are gonna come out these windows and drop bottles on me. And then she's gonna continue attack she had in phase 1. Those guys raining down from the ceiling. Phase 3. She becomes a giant cutout of herself. Meteor does nothing except hides a star that you use to jump over this wave. She has one more attack where she just shoots lightning. That's it. That's the one. Fourth phase, super easy. Not really much to even do here. She just goes left and right. And that's Sally. Next, a Tom and Jerry themed boss called Werner Vermin. A German scientist rat. Which is basically my favorite track in the game. Which goes over a couple different levels, but this is definitely my favorite. This is where I usually think about it. The first couple aisles are kind of brain dead when you're doing a bunch of runs. And that's just how speedrunning works.
A brawl is surely brewing. Here goes.
But Barry Saxon, this one's insane. We're gonna go to the middle. So the sticks that hold up the bottle caps don't have hitboxes. Very important to know. Last phase, eaten by cat. His ghost buddies are gonna show up, all his fallen comrades. This is another one where you're standing in the hitbox, so spread the most important weapon. I'm gonna try and spam this as many times as I can. That's gonna do it. Found out Cat's a robot the whole time. Yo, shoutouts to Evangelion, dude. Next up is Briny Beard, an RNG nightmare. In some of the original world records, damn robot Shinji, get in the robots, Shinji. So in some of the early world records, this guy he just kills runs for no reason. None of his stuff makes sense. He's aggressively the worst boss in the game. Aggressively.
Good day for a throwback. You're up.
Just a dude on a ship shooting out of an octopus. That's it. Ooh. Pardon my dog. My roommates are having a barbecue next door. And my dog doesn't know that he's not invited. Dude, F's for my doggo, who wasn't invited to the barbecue, dude. Invite the doggo? I can't F. They left him at home, dude. They left him at home. Which phase of this is the main phase? All of it. It's all random. It's mostly the first one, and then when he goes to the bow form, it's a little easier. But there's just random timers on everything. They're having hot dogs. Stop. No. Hot dogs, pot. Yo, what's better at a barbecue, dude? A hot dog or a hamburger? Dude? Place your votes. I'm gonna go with hot dogs in this one. I've never had a good burger cooked at a barbecue, dude. I think they're always overcooked. They're always very dry. They get flipped way too many times. They always end up little charcoal bricks. Not a fan, not a fan. Get a hot dog today? Oh heck yeah. My favorite hot dogs being from 7-Eleven. You ever have a 7-Eleven hot dog? Hey, yo. Kanish, is that how I say it? Yo, what's up, dude? Okay, get that coin out of the sky. Nope. There we go. Dirty charcoal or clean burning propane? I prefer charcoal. That's because I buy disgusting meat from the shop across town. Woo! Charcoal, 1000%. I think charcoal is way better than propane. Memes aside from King of the Hill, sorry Hank, charcoal's better. Did you get that gas station? I didn't. I actually didn't get the gas station hot dog. I'm thinking about. I think after this run, I'm gonna go get one. And instead of this cup of coffee I made, I think I'm gonna go get a pumpkin spice, dude. Yo, shoutouts to Fall, dude. Fall already being here. I'm so excited, dude. I'm so excited. Okay, last airplane level. This is Callum Marie.
Good day for a 12 hour.
All I had is a meme energy drink. Wait, which one? Someone mentioned pumpkin spice. I love pumpkin spice, man. I'm so happy. I love that flavor. I had a friend step in my car the other day, the first day of fall. After which I spilt a 32-ounce pumpkin spice latte in the front seat, and he said, "Wow, why does your car smell so good?" I didn't have the heart to tell him. Didn't have the heart to tell him. Ooh. Oh my god, I almost got a perfect, by the way. Bro, 1/4 a pound buy plus Bingle for $2. Dude, how could you ever say no to that deal, dude? How could you ever say no to that deal? Ever. Someone got mad at me for craving the 7-Eleven combo, and I said, hey, you can't, it's so good, dude. I don't know what's in those hot dogs, but let me tell you, I don't want to know. Okay, so I always take extra health here because that attack does freeze you no matter what. There's only one way to dodge it, and that way is to just stay right here. Just get as close as possible, but we're being safe, so I don't want to get too close. The Costco's hot dog and refill the soda for $1.50. You know, I've never been to Costco. Trip the Costco hot dog. I was about to say, aren't they getting rid of it? We almost A+ every single airplane level. So close, so close. Costco hot dogs? No, yeah, it's over. Are they gonna keep their pizza still? Behind this little shack is 1 coin. I like the Costco food. I've never had it. I've only heard good things though. Costco hot dogs are where it's at. Man, I gotta get some. Do you need a membership to walk in and get a hot dog? Why are they getting rid of the Costco hot dog? I don't know why. Does anybody know why? I like fun. They're adding more vegan options. Oh, that's sick. But like, my hot dog, dude. You can sneak in? I don't like that. Yo, you might not know this by how I act. I'm a goody goody. I follow all laws. I follow all rules. You can just say you're there for food court. Oh. I do the churro. Damn, I'm missing out. This is the very berry smoothie. What's the hot dog get? What will they get rid of next, dude? It's over. So, Phantom Express, this level is kind of really a testament to how well you've learned the game. This level, basically, all the different patterns, all the different movements you're doing, it really shows off what you have to know to beat this game. This boss is an absolute treat, but it's very difficult. But is that when Weeb is on stream, Chad talks about food? Food is the #1 unifier. Also, I never eat, so I'm always thinking about it. Always. I got news for you. Civilization was founded on finding food, and I like to keep that theme wherever I go. I got one of your favorite chill shirts from Costco. They sell T-shirts. Make some popcorn? Yo, do it. Do it and tell me about it. So we finally have all the coins in the game. We're gonna buy the rest of the items. Go down to that mausoleum. Get the 3rd super, then we're gonna go fight the casino. Cool. So we got everything in the game, all the collectibles. Last thing I got from Costco that wasn't food was a fan for 20 bucks. So oh man. They just sell everything. It's an actual shirt rather than a t-shirt? Ooh, you just wear it fairly casual. Yo, is it like a button-up? Nice. So this one's actually really hard. This one has killed a bunch of runs. It's a lot of reaction, and not only reaction, but planning. Sometimes you'll be in the middle of going after one group, you have to turn away to get the other one, just because they're just too fast. Yeah, those guys with the bowlers, I think they're called. They're the worst. The absolute worst. So far we're looking okay, which makes me really nervous. Music started over, so we had the literal worst RNG. The literal worst RNG. It's not supposed to start over. Going to every sample spot when I go to Costco, man. Robbing them clean. A button-up check shirt, ooh. Sounds nice. So we're done with this. We're gonna go to aisle 4 now. Last part of the run. It's gonna take about 10 minutes. We are gonna go over estimate simply because loads took a little bit longer than expected. But other than that, no mistakes really. Every boss is pretty perfect. Casino, kind of hard. The goal here, because it is full clear, we're gonna face every single boss, every space besides start over, we're gonna hit. Aside from the safe space. Whenever he claps, parry on that exact frame, and it advances by 1 every time. This is very important. If we skip one, we have to start all the way over. All the way over. And it wastes so much time. All these bosses coming up centered around drinking, gambling, cards, magic. Anything you can think of, you do at a casino. With the final fight at the end being King Dice himself. Boss rush? Yes, this is a boss rush. Like I said, you only have to fight 3 if you're trying to go as fast as possible. 1 from every section, but all 9 today. Times 9, yeah. They're all different. They're not that difficult, but every now and then you just can't. This is poker chips. This goes back and forth. The drinking mini boss is the only one that gets simpler as you kill now. Is there another? None of them get simpler as you kill it. That one's just like 3 different bosses. So what I'm gonna do right here, I'm gonna exit the map. I wasn't paying attention. So the best way to do it to make sure you don't die is equipped, not hearts, but smoke bomb. I forgot I had that on. Usually I have smoke bomb by now. So we'll just skip to 3 because we already did 1 and 2. The goal is no matter what, you just hit them all. So starting right here is actually not the worst thing in the world. Third guy is Cigar. Cigar is kind of tough because there's a lot of weird platforms. There's hitboxes in the middle. These little cigarette guys. They act as barriers. Dodging these flames aren't always the best. Smoke bomb basically gives us an invincible dash, akin to Dark Souls roll, where we are totally invincible until we reappear. Or if we were to play Super Smash Bros. And played Sheik and did up B, it's kind of like that. We need a 2 here. Perfect. 2 more 1s. You also get a bunch of health along the way, which is actually really good for this. Because everything, you can just bounce into stuff. Basically, the whole goal is to get to the 9th boss, the monkey, as much health as possible, because the monkey you're just solving, instead of just fighting the boss, you're solving a giant puzzle at the same time.
Here's a real high-class bout. Now go.
This bunny's kind of the reason you need smoke bomb. He'll surround you with skulls. Sometimes the only escape is a diagonal, and jumping out a diagonal is kind of difficult. It's much easier to just go straight on through there. Pro Stripes right there. It's just the best way. That one in a 7, it's so much easier if you have that. And honestly, especially if you're new to game, you gotta, dude. You gotta go that route. This is the last section with the airplane. Super simple. This guy's a pushover. Any other 2, so don't parry right away. That's not a 2. So, what happens there is on the diagonal part of the dice, sometimes it doesn't register. So what you now have to do is hit the start over space at the very end. Waste a bunch of time, unfortunately. How you doing, teacher? And you just roll over spaces that you've already done. You don't have to fight bosses anymore. You just keep going, keep stacking them up. But we do have to do that now, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's what happens when you don't just do the one.
A brawl is surely brewing.
This is that awful puzzle I was mentioning. I'm trying to go as much help as I can. It's all this giant card memory game. There's no real way, there's no strats to it. You just have to trust your brain. And I don't have the best memory of all time. This part's really hard for me. So you don't want to use any kind of special until you get full, because one bomb attack will fully kill a phase. This shouldn't last too long. So like I said, so we killed all but 7. We have to go hit start over, go to 7, and we can get it. So we have to get 2, unfortunately, because we missed that guy. Yeah, doesn't reset anything, but you gotta start all the way over. Also makes you win 2? Yeah, we hit those already. Alright, one more 3. So yeah, everything in between 2 and 3, really hard to hit.
Here's a real high-class bout. It's on.
This being the other boss you really need. Smoke bomb 4. Because instead of using these to jump over, use dash 3.
We have a $5 donation from my controllers. Thank you for that.
Yo, thanks my controllers. Yo, shoutouts to them. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for helping a wonderful cause and showing your support. Alright. Literally, there's nothing to do but hit Finn and start the final boss fight. Nothing else you can do. Finally, you fight King Dice himself. And it's just parrying on top of the cards, balancing, charging your shots. Usually this is tough because by the time you get here, you're pretty worn down, especially for people who have never seen this before. So to see this giant wall of cards is kind of tough. It's super easy. That's probably that boss section right there is kind of what got me into the game. How it feels to actually go through that, it's pretty incredible. It's not bad. So we're going to the Devil's Fight. I think we're gonna shoot for, sub 105. Sub 105? Can we do it? Can we do it? Am I gonna choke it away? We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, this is the final fight. The devil himself. It does start out with him asking if you want to team up. You say no. And then the fight starts. Devil's really interesting because the makers of the game said he's not that hard. And they kind of regret that. That he's not the hardest boss in the game. Knifehouse, how you doing, dude? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking out the marathon. We got a lot of good stuff coming. Next, we have Braxton Wise. I think playing inside, but that's next on the horizon. First phase is kind of tough. Bunch of different attacks he shoots out all the time.
We have a $5 donation from Teachin Pendrag, just with the message of Lv99Weeb Wyland. Thank you for that.
Yo, thanks, Teachin. So, I've taken 2 damage, so we have to do the entire boss fight on 1 health now. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. This is usually how the runs go. Teachin, thank you so much for the donation. This is the only run I'm doing. This is the only run I'm doing. This is all I got. That axe being the worst thing to dodge. Okay. I like being on this platform because there's a lot of stuff I get to react right here. That guy. Oh man, here we go. Alright, we survived with 1 health. That was really close. We probably scraped by a pixel there. We didn't get sub 105, but that's the run. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's Cuphead. Cuphead's a really nice run. If you're ever looking to get into speedrunning, I always suggest try it out. It's super fun. GG's. Yo, GG's, guys. GG's. Dude, I love beating this game on 1 health, man. It's so stressful, but it's so much fun. Please check it out. Support St. Jude. Support MDHR. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I don't know if you have anything else to say from me. I think Braxton's good to go. So I'm gonna be out of here. Stick around, support these guys. You good? All right, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for everything. Have a good one. Well, let's confirm real quick. He looks like he's ready, but let's make sure. Okay, almost. In the meantime, thank you so much, Solaris, for helping us out, for getting our stuff out there. Thank you to everybody who donated during my block. Thank you for everybody watching right now. How much longer? We got how much more on the horizon? Okay, perfect. We got basically a full another day, so hope you keep it right here. Thank you so much. I'm out of here. Peace out, guys. Enjoy Braxton. Thank you so much. See you later.